What up? What up? What up, Tag Nation? It's the Bang Bang Gang in the building. Myself, ScooterRay, and as you can see, the king. And when he means the king and new tag predictions champion, Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic. Took that belt off of Lip Dizzle. And you know what I'm saying? He had to hit that boy with a couple of them blade runners. You know, Dizzle didn't want to let that belt go. And you know what I'm saying? Like a true title match, Jaeger had to hit him with about 3 blade runners in a row in order for Dizzle to let it go.
Yeah, I got a little dizzy after that third one.
So yeah, you got the Bang Bang Gang in the building, and we here to talk about a lot of wrestling. But first, intro.
T.A.G.
Yeah, that's tag shit.
Free fall as I die through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really want.
Like I said before, we got a lot to get to. First and foremost, we will be discussing NXT No Mercy. Yep, they resurrected the name, they resurrected the title, and we here. You know what I'm saying? We're here. And I'm gonna show you I can see my face. Fire. Show was fire. Those last 2 matches, when we get to those last 2 matches, they made the show just chef's kiss. But you know what? Let's get into it. Pre-show match, you had Blair Davenport, Kalani Johnson. I probably should have switched the names around, but it's fine. This was kind of a little grudge match because, you know, Kalani's still trying to, she's still trying to fight and find her roar. You know, she's still trying to prove that, she's not a pushover and a nicey, goody, two-shoe type individual. And Blair is trying to let her know that, hey, I ain't the one you should be dealing with. I'm dangerous in these streets. But they went at it. Pretty solid match, to get the crowd warmed up. Blair gets the W. After Blair gets the W, Gigi Dolan comes in, gets the attack because they've been having a little rivalry lately. So we will see where that goes. And to start the show, we had a grudge match, which, in fairness, this should have been contested under some type of rules, some type of specialty rules, but it wasn't. We have Badass Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. If you watched NXT last Tuesday, their whole thing, they fought in the ring, they fought outside. Corbin got speared through a wall, which led into Shawn Michaels' office. It was just chaos. It was chaos. And the match started off in chaos. It was a hard-hitting match. You got these 2 men in here, like how Booker T says it, which that this catchphrase gets me all the time. No bread, no water, just meat. And they was in there just going at it.
Oh my God.
Ultimately, the match ended, which, funny enough, this is where the prediction side started to just really go awry. Because funny enough, in my head, I should have picked Corbin, but I was like, Breaker's been so dominant. In my head, I didn't think of consequences. And the consequences I speak of, a few weeks ago, Breaker took some steel steps and crushed Von Wagner's head. So Mr. Stone comes out, caused a distraction. Breaker picks him up, throws him over to a bunch of security guards. He turns around, boom, end of days, 1, 2, 3, Baron Corbin with the dub. And I was like, man.
Wait, while we're Von Wagner and Stone out there?
No, wasn't Von Wagner, it was Stone. Stone was out there to get revenge from what he did to Von Wagner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he caused a distraction long enough for Corbin to
Corbin.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, Stone was outside laughing at him like, ha, 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 you lost. So more and more it's becoming apparent that Braun Breaker needs to be called up.
See that.
Like, more and more apparent.
Maybe that was his call-up loss.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe they might have gave him the L because he's about to get called up.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Next match, where the predictions would arrive for everyone, North American Championship match. You got Dirty Dom defending against Trick Williams with Dragon Lee as the ref.
Yeah.
This stems from the fact that Trick Williams beat Joe Gacy, and he was feeling like, I'm feeling like I'm the man now. So he got himself added to the triple threat, which made a fatal four-way. Winner was going to go against Dirty Dom for the North American Championship.
Yeah.
And speaking of the man himself, Lip Deasley
What's
is
up,
in the
buddy?
building.
How you doing up there, champ? I mean, not champ. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm glad you have so much gusto because I'll be saying the same thing come next Monday, next Sunday.
So next Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, it is next Sunday. It's all right.
Well,
meaning like when we come back on here, which I'm assuming it would be Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, Sunday or Monday.
Here's the thing, and I know this is a little sidebar since I'm
just go ahead. Get your bars off.
The only way that anybody is going to win for Fastlane is if Charlotte wins at Fastlane.
Yeah.
That's the only way, because
I
already have my moral compass that states that I will never, ever vote for Charlotte. Always. So if Charlotte wins and somebody picks Charlotte, that's a guaranteed W for them against me. But other than that,
see, that's like mine with Logan Paul. Fortunately, he doesn't wrestle that much.
Yes.
And neither should Charlotte right now, at least not in the championship picture, but that's neither here nor there. But either way, that's
Herman's getting relevant again, so that's nice.
Oh, Andrade stays relevant here because that man puts on fucking bangers. So
after banger. But so like I said, we all picked wrong because we thought Dirty Dom was gonna do Dirty Dom things. I personally thought Dirty Dom was gonna retain because of the special ref Dragon Lee. Since Dragon Lee wanted that belt so bad, it was like, nah, I'm gonna make sure nobody gets that belt off of Dom except me. But hey, we were wrong. It was a lot of ref bumps, a lot of ref switching. Ultimately, Trick Willie gets the dub, and it was like, what?
Yeah, that was kind of surprising. I mean, I probably would have called that as like a 25% chance, and I would have assumed he would have won. Because I just didn't. I didn't see it. I didn't see why they would pull the trigger on that. But hey, they got a plan for it.
My immediate thought when I saw Trick Willie get it was the other match is going to go differently.
Now, see, I didn't see that either. I saw it as they would probably pull a storyline where they both just had gold and they were, and then you probably pull the trigger on Melo losing.
Yeah. But yeah. So, like I said, Trick Willie gets his first gold in the E. There was a moment where, Trick Willie and Melo caught each other in the hallway and they celebrated at the fact that they both got the gold. And it was like, all you got to do, Playboy, is retain tonight. And Melo was like, come on now, I don't miss, fam. And boom, there we go. The next match, which at first I thought this next match was the key to my downfall, but surprisingly it wasn't. But the next match, NXT Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championships. You have the champs, the family, Tony D'Angelo and Thax versus the Creed Bros versus Garza and Carrillo versus Out the Mud. Fucking hate that name.
I do. I was about to say the same thing.
I fucking hate that name.
Out the Mud?
Out the Mud.
It's Bronco Nima and Lucian Price along with Scripps. The whole team name is Out the Mud.
Why?
I hate that. I hate that. It's the vignettes and segments. You would have to go back and just watch it, but don't. You would have to go back and watch it. And
I don't want
it. Don't. It's not worth it.
I haven't actively been watching NXT, but I have
Same.
this whole Scripps thing. Did he take off that stupid ass fucking
costume? When he was unmasked by Axiom, he hadn't put the mask on since. Mm-hmm. So what happened was he said, because everybody was calling him Reggie, of course everybody knew it was him. He said, "Yes, my name is Reggie, but as a kid, my family called me Scripps." So that's how the name Scripps is still here. And then all of a sudden, he aligned himself with Price and Nima, and we're here.
Okay.
Out the mud.
Gotcha. Out the mud.
Out the mud.
Still a stupid name. Hey.
So the only reason why personally I picked differently was because of vignettes. They've been showing all these Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo vignettes about when they broke up and got back together and how their grandfather was this and that. So I was like, all right, bet, boom, they got this in the bag, motherfuckers.
Yeah, now see, and that's why I almost made the same pick that you did, because I almost went with Angel and Humberto, but
because all the goddamn vignettes, and I was like, you do shit. Now, Creed Bros definitely wasn't a bad choice either. The only reason why I didn't want to go with the Creeds, because I put the Creeds in the same boat with Breaker. I feel like the Creeds are now about to get called up soon.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I didn't pick the Creed Bros to win this one. But I just knew Humberto and Garza was gonna take it, but fine, whatever. But overall, the match was okay. Like, it was a fatal 4-way tag match. The spot of this match was a 4-way superplex. That it was 4 different superplexes all at the same time off the top rope. And the impact was so great that the ring didn't break, but it did make the ref fall. It did make the ref fall. So
I feel like it should have made the ring break.
You know what? It actually would have made an interesting moment if the ring would have broke from that. But it was still more a match after that. But Tony D and Stacks retain. They're still tag champions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming one of these teams in between Out the Mud and Garza and Carrillo may be the next ones to get the belts, but probably more in a one-on-one fashion rather than a fatal 4-way fashion. So
yeah, we
shall see. So of course, everybody picking the family. I'm like, shit, what's going to happen now? And then the next match happens.
Hold on. Before
my bad. What's up?
Here's the reason why I would have went with Angel and Humberto, because I know I'm reaching with this, but I still think there's some validity to it.
Oh yeah,
I really think that the next faction to come up is going to be LWO, but as a heel faction. And because at first I was saying that you would get Dom as the leader, but now I'm thinking that you get Dom in the LWO, but you get him with Priest as the leader to win the world championship, and then you get and you start getting that turn.
I still think that whatchamacallit still might go heel.
Oh, absolutely.
Santos.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's a domino effect. I think all this stuff is going
to happen Friday.
And I was gonna pick Angel and Humberto because I figured that they would end up joining them with the NXT Tag Gold, and so then you end up getting a bigger LWO. But that's my stupid promo. You know,
I mean, no, it can still happen. It can still go down.
That was possible.
I think
But
it should.
this next match, thank God for factions and thank God for friends.
I'm
Next
so mad.
matchup. Oh no, wait, wrong one. Next matchup, the Heritage Cup, Noam Dar with Metaphor versus Butch with Tyler Bate. So Butch won the tournament to challenge Noam Dar at No Mercy. For one night, Butch wanted to bring back the BSS, the Big Strong Boys. So he had Tyler Bate in his corner. And as watching this match, my heart was dropping because I was like, I am about to be just losing. And they actually they had a pretty good match. Like, I don't know if in NXT UK they did
when Dunn was UK champ. I think it was like either the second or third NXT UK TV show that they had.
Okay, because I'm about to say they had amazing chemistry if they didn't have any matches together. But
that's why I was happy about this one.
Yeah,
that match was good.
Yeah, like I said, I actually enjoyed this match because, I mean, of course, you got to account for the shenanigans of Metaphor, which, you know, that's what a heel faction do. They're going to interfere. Definitely more on that with part 2 of the show. Heel factions are going to heel faction. But
damn right.
But funny enough, Peter Dune, as Dizzle likes to call him, he picks up the first dub. Dar picks up the second one. Then it actually goes into round 6. Like, so it can't make or break because with Heritage Cup rules, if it goes to a draw, Dar is going to retain regardless. So, but ended up, Gallus comes out, basically takes out Tyler Bate, and then Joe Coffey takes out Dunn, and then Dar was like, "Oh, word, bet, thank you. 1, 2, 3." All best for the Bells clothesline, which I don't know why I love that name for that move that Joe Coffey does, but hey, we're here. But he hits his spinning lariat, Dar retains, and Heritage Cup champion, he remains. Bars. But yeah.
Ooh.
Anything else, Dizzle, you want to say before we move on to arguably my second favorite match of the night?
Yeah, I'm mad that Pete Dunne didn't win because I figured that he does need one, but they did kind of
give a reason why.
Yeah, they did save it with the whole Gallus stuff. But one thing I will say is props to Noam Dar because the Heritage Cup had every possibility of being something that was, you know, akin to like a 24/7 championship.
Yes.
But the way that he carried himself with this, I mean, from, you know, NXT UK up until now, he has made that that title mean something. And I say title loosely because it's not a belt, but the fact that it is considered a championship,
that's probably why they gave it back to him.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at the decision, you know, outside of, you know, Pete Dunne not winning, but at the same time, if you're going to have it on somebody, you might as well have it on somebody that actually is going to add prestige to it. So
yeah. Now, this next match originally was my match of the night, and then the main event happened. The next match, for the NXT Championship, the champ, him, Carmelo Hayes, versus the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. Look here. People like Gunther, Dragunov, Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson, whatever you want to call him. I would never want to wrestle these type of people. I am not about to walk in the match looking one way and leave out looking a different way. Carmelo Hayes was purple. I don't think you realize what I'm telling y'all. Look at this man's skin tone. This is a black
I
man.
knew you were about to go there.
This is a black man. Dragunov had that man looking purple.
Oh no.
Bam. These men went out there and stole the show. And that's the reason why I said I hate the main event, because I wanted this to be my favorite match of the night. I really did. But geez, Dragunov was hitting that man like he owed him something. And then I don't know when the last time you seen a Dragunov match like that, Jaeger, but Dragunov has a new finisher. He doesn't even use the Torpedo Moscow as much.
Doesn't.
He uses his new finisher, the H-bomb, which is his diving forearm when he's on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Carmelo Hayes took 3 of these.
Oh.
But no, not just normal. He took one of them normal. The second one he took, Ilya jumped off the middle rope and hit the H-bomb, and Melo still kicked out. In the closing moments of the match, Dragunov was like, you know what? I have to make this count. He jumped off the top rope and hit the H-bomb. And when I seen that, I was like, he ain't getting up.
Oh, damn, with a forearm?
Off the top rope with the diving forearm, he hit Melo flush. And I was like, Melo ain't getting up after that. I was like, I don't care. He ain't getting up. But some of they have great chemistry together.
Yeah. They really do. Which is why I thought, I mean, it can still happen, but I thought there were going to be some type of shenanigans that would have happened where Ilya probably would have won or Carmelo would have won, but it would have been something like odd where it's like Ilya would be considered the winner, or like a count-out situation where he won, but he didn't get a chance to win the title, and then you'd get that three-peat. But to that point with the H-bomb, I mean, at first, I'm thinking that, with the coup de grace, the top rope, double foot stomp is something that's crazy. But you talk about laying prone with an elbow shot to the head. It's just, nah.
But all the chops, punches, the kicks, the moves, these boys went all out. They like literally whenever you hear they left it all on the table, they left it out there. And it was violent. It was great. And kudos to both of them. Yeah, and hell, I saw a post and they was like, damn, Ilya's so intense, his damn celebrations is even intense. Ilya gets the belt, he starts yanking up Carmelo, he was like, get up, you need to celebrate with me too. And Melo was like, fam, like I'm still trying to recover. And Ilya was like, you celebrating with me too?
Shout out to somebody's entrance. We'll get to that at another one, but I'll bring that back up later.
But yeah, it was an amazing situation with that match. And as of right now, I can't see who's taking that belt off of Ilya. And I really don't hope who I'm thinking takes the belt off of Ilya, but we shall see.
With that, the only issue that I have, and this could be because I hadn't been watching NXT actively.
I can fill you in on whatever you need.
Because the whole thing with Ilya and Carmelo, I feel like it came a little too soon for this match, because that's why I picked Hayes. Because I mean, on paper, it seems like Ilya should win the second match, because I don't get why you wouldn't put it on him. But to me, it's like it's kind of soon for that,
It did seem that way, but like I said with Jaeger earlier, with Breaker and Corbin, maybe Carmelo and Braun about to get some call-ups. Maybe they might do some, late season call-ups with them too.
I mean, I could see that.
Or put them on ice before the Rumble.
Or something like that.
that would actually honestly be the smart thing. I'm actually glad you said that, because that would make honestly the most sense outside of storyline purposes, like Carmelo going with like Lashley or somebody.
Mhm.
You know, because Braun Breaker, there wouldn't be any reason for him to come up right now. You know, out basically with everything else that's going on, he would just get overshadowed.
Well, you know, the next PLE is deadline, which was sometime in December, which I couldn't remember when.
It's so
But
weird to say that.
deadline, it really
No,
does. A
PLE.
Did
PLE?
you say sometime in December?
Yeah. Yeah, deadline is in
Damn.
December.
Well, then wait. What the hell's in October and November?
Well, you know, NXT usually does every other month for their.
They usually do Halloween Havoc.
Well, Halloween Havoc is going to be a TV special.
Oh, TV
Okay,
special.
got it,
Yeah.
got it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what they've been doing lately. It's been a lot
Yeah.
of TV specials instead
Yeah,
of
Halloween
that.
Havoc. I think they said it's a 2-week TV special.
Mm.
But
Oh,
but
damn.
for sure, Halloween Havoc is a TV special. For sure. Now, what I was saying, because on NXT they show the vignette of a debuting superstar. On No Mercy, they showed the vignette, but showed more, and it was somebody sitting in the chair, flipping through channels. And on NXT TV, they showed the Cincinnati Bengals, and then they showed WCW footage. On the show, they showed the Bengals, the WCW footage, and all second generation, third generation superstars. And then you get a glimpse of who's sitting in the chair, and it's none other than Brian Pillman Jr. So, yeah, so that's the one that I was like, maybe he might be the one, but I guess it all depends on how they present him. But for somebody who is as intense as Ilya, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the one to dethrone his title reign.
I mean, my heart's still on Wesley, you know, because
I mean, that could happen too.
Just for the fact that Wesley has done such amazing things that I think that, you know, and granted he did have his match with Melo, but I think for him to step up to like that main event level, Ilya would be the perfect dance partner for him, just to see how well versed he can be. Brian Pillman Jr., I could. That's only if they've worked with him though, because his promo skills when he was in AEW,
oh yes, it was
lacking,
horrible,
lacking.
Yes, but like that's not to say that they can't fix that. I mean, obviously WWE is WWE, but
I mean, they give him a script, it'll be okay.
I believe, and this is because of what's been going on, because of their partnership with Endeavor. They've been doing a lot of things right, like with the Jade Cargill stuff. You know, they actually made her look like a big deal coming in, and I feel like they're going to make the right decisions for those necessary purchases that they've got with these superstars. So, I have faith, but right now for Brian Pillman Jr., promo wise,
but I can see him in the North American picture if that's the case.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. But we shall see, because you know, they didn't give a indication of when he's supposed to debut. So we just know that that's him sitting there. And then lo and behold, we get the main event of the night. Earlier in the night, they had announced that the Extreme Rules match was going to end up main event. And what I'm talking about, you had for the NXT Women's Championship, the champ Becky Lynch going against Tiffany Stratton.
Okay, hold up, Scoot. Before you start, I gotta get two gripes off my fucking chest with this match in particular. Number one, I hate the fact that they decided to put this as a main event just because Becky Lynch was there.
Facts.
Because had it not,
I can agree with that. Facts.
Had it not been for the fact that she was already main eventing on the main roster, this would have not happened, because there was no point in time where she was a main eventer or main event level when she was in NXT. And the only reason that she won the NXT title is because of what she did on the main roster. Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha. The other 4 horsewomen had the caliber to main event an NXT pay-per-view PLE, whatever you want to call it, when they were down at NXT. So this to me already seems as a gimme. That's all I got to say on that. Now, WWE, and I mean that with NXT included, anything you want to add to that, do not ever question my intelligence or the intelligence of a fan who has seen hardcore matches, no rules matches, no holds barred matches. Whenever you bring out a stupid ass gimmickly wrapped baseball bat with plastic fake ass barbed wire like that again, how dare you?
Hey,
how dare you?
Hey,
you said hey.
The funny thing is, he's not lying. That was the fakest looking barbed wire bat ever.
Ever?
Okay, so
for those of y'all listening, I was at work.
It looked like a toy bat.
So this is the thing. I will try to find an image, Jaeger, and put it in our group chat. But this was the reason why you knew it was fake. Everything looked caked and stuck on.
Caked?
Like it looked very compact. You know, barbed wire is usually kind of loose.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, you can't.
It looked very just like it was melted all together. Then,
come on.
how you knew it wasn't real? She hit Stratton in the thigh, and there was nothing. She hit Stratton in the thigh with this barbed wire bat, and it was nothing. There was no blood.
Why does Becky have a cut open arm?
It was, I can't remember what happened in the course of the match, but something happened to where that's what Jaeger just brought up. Becky's cut up an arm. Like I said, I can't remember. You know, Becky being skinny too, no telling. Maybe motions and things she did, but yeah. But yes, this ended up being my favorite match of the night because those two ladies showed out. Now, granted, it wasn't more for Becky since it was more for Tiffany. Tiffany was the one who really had to prove herself because we knew what Becky can do. Yeah. And that was the main reason why I hung my hat on Tiff, because it was like, what way to prove that she's the true next one up by beating Becky?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I picked Tiffany, and the reason why ultimately I didn't win the championship, because I took some risks.
Man.
You know
Becky went the Charlotte route. She didn't win a belt back in NXT, so she had to come back and get it.
But Charlotte won the belt back at NXT. She just won it again.
No. She just wanted to go back and win it again. This time, Becky wanted to go back and win it. Interesting
enough, I'm pretty sure that Dizzle is kind of happy that his girl is getting the next title shot. I don't know if she's going to win it, but she is getting the next title shot. But Tegan.
Oh, yeah.
Tegan is getting the next title shot. So since Becky tore her arm, she was supposed to get the title shot tonight, but I don't know when it's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But Tegan is the next challenger. Now, ultimately, with this happening, I'm trying to think now, who are they going to let be the one to beat Becky at this point now?
Becky forfeits the belt due to her cut open arm because of the extremeness of the match.
Nah, I mean, well, that's a way out, but I doubt if they end up doing that.
No, they're not.
She's going to lose to somebody, but I just don't know who. I just don't know who.
Hopefully Tegan. Hopefully tonight.
No, it's not happening tonight. I think they're going to do it on NXT.
Oh, tomorrow.
Or maybe next week. But there you go right there. He found it.
Come on now.
Yeah, that was the barbed wire bat. And she got one hit on Tiffany on her thigh. And
no blood.
And there was nothing. There was no blood.
She even had stockings on. They didn't rip nothing.
There was nothing.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's barbed wire for sure.
Yeah. These ladies cannot break a table to save their lives.
Oh no.
Because this wasn't the first time they tried to do a table break. They tried on NXT TV. It didn't work. They tried Saturday night. They cannot break a table to save their lives.
Yeah, they need to save that for specific women.
Yeah.
Rhea, Nia Jax, Raquel, even Charlotte, Jade Cargill, absolutely. Even Charlotte to an extent. But yeah, they have to stop trying to do this in any stipulation. It has to be set for certain people. Period.
Oddly enough, I can definitely see Sasha Banks like breaking a table though.
She tried though in that match
she
with
did try.
was it Charlotte? I think it was Charlotte.
Yeah. I think she tried, yeah.
Hell in a Cell.
And it didn't break either.
They tried
No.
3
Charlotte had to like throw it through it like 3 times for it to like break. Yeah. So but like I said, they put on a show, and then even the way Becky won, like I can even appreciate that Becky had to win in that way that, you know, she had to manhandle slam her on a pile of chairs to be like, nah, she came ready, so I have to beat her.
Yeah.
But Becky retained. Shouts out to NXT for using No Mercy, the game, as their introduction. So that was a cool little thing now. We were introduced to the women that are going to be in the breakout tournament. So, you know, whoever wins that breakout tournament is going to be the next challenger for the title. So we'll see who wins that. The breakout tournament starts tomorrow. I can't remember all the ladies' names, so excuse me on that one.
It's going to be Kelani Jordan, which is why she probably didn't win that first match, which it sucks.
You think she's going to win it all?
Absolutely, because she's the only name that's pretty much recognizable to everybody. They probably give it to her as a gimme, especially since Dana Brooke is gone.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's not, you know.
Okay. Because, like, I think half the women I knew and the other half was like, yep, you're completely new to me. But this is coming from somebody, I don't watch NXT Level Up, but I do watch NXT every week. And I was like, 3 or 4 of those names, I was like, who? Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the end of the show, because the end of the show, my heart sank.
Oh.
The end of the show, Trick Willie was in the back. Carmelo goes up, and, you know, he's all sad at the fact that he lost his belt. And Trick Willie was like, hey, don't say, fam, you good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a Trick Mello game. If you paid attention to Carmelo, he was eyeing that belt. He was eyeing that belt pretty hard that Trick Williams has. And I was like, no, Mello, don't let your friendship end over titles. No.
And this is why I picked Trick to lose and Mello to win, because it doesn't
be the other way around.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense for Mello to want the North American Championship after he's already at NXT gold. So
especially since watching it on a weekly basis, we've been seeing how Trick has been kind of saying things and how Mello's been kind of saying things, and it seemed like it would have led to them feuding over the title, because, you know, but it doesn't look right now that Mello's not the champ anymore. So he's like, I won't go that bad that I'm willing to just take it from Trick Williams. You know, it's gonna be like, I don't want that.
And there's no good story there. See, and here,
it really isn't.
Here's my promoter brain going.
Yeah, it really isn't.
If Mello had won and Trick had lost, you'd have the same situation where it's like, okay, nobody has an answer for Mello, because when he shoots, he don't miss. Trick has been with Mello this whole time, and he can sit here and confront him and be like, you know what? Nobody has an answer for you, but I've been with you this whole time. I know your strengths. I know your weaknesses. I know I could beat you. Even if it doesn't make sense for Trick to be main event level, it at least makes sense in this sense, because he has been around Mello that whole time.
Yes.
Yeah. It writes itself. Like, it's
I 1000% agree.
But like
1000% agree.
They don't pay us to book anything.
No, they don't. But yeah, so that was NXT's No Mercy, and that put me at a 2-point disadvantage going into Sunday night. And but when you watch part 2, you will understand the you would understand the frustrations, because your boy was seeing sunshine. He was seeing sunshine, but those 2 points, I was like Hangman. I had that dark cloud of 2 points over me, but it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. But hey, you know how it goes. I'm gonna just steal it from Dizzle right quick. Whether you loved it or hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Preferably the thumbs up though. Like, share, comment. Let us know what you thought about NXT No Mercy, and and everything. When you subscribe, don't forget to tag that notification bell so that way you know when videos get posted. How do you say it, Dizzle? For the next time when you see these handsome
faces and hear these immaculate voices.
There you go. And once again, shout out to the Bang Bang Gang's own King Yeager down there, who's now four-time, 5-time champ. Which one is it, Dizzle?
I believe it's it might be 5 or 6.
It might be.
Let's do a little fact check. 1,
yeah,
2,
what I'm saying?
3.
Go ahead, acknowledge this man.
Oh, he can go ahead and do his Booker T because it's a 5-time.
Oh, so he's
a
now
5-time
champ.
5-time
champ. He's on his Booker T / Big E. Anyway. He got the hair swinging and everything.
Enjoy it.
Until next time, good people, when we about to get ready to do this part 2, thank y'all for tuning in. And of course, we got to warm it up for y'all. We definitely got to make it king size for the new champ down there.
Wow.
Yeah, king size. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look. We gotta adhere to the code of honor around these parts.
I just noticed that it says King Yeager down there.
That's why.
Yeah. Come on now.
But until next time, good people out there, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Wow.
Bye.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make those same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray to curb